Howdy y'all, it's your favorite trainer of the belt buckle. Today we're talking about hypertrophy, getting jacked. Okay, enough being a tool. Back to educating you on the mechanisms and variables for hypertrophy. Before we do that though, make sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube. If you want to become a great trainer, La Jolla, Los Angeles, Santa Monica, in-person internships. We're also online. We're coming to Vegas. We're coming to Texas. We're coming to a city near you. Until then, check out an online class. Shoot me a message. I'll let you sit on for free. I guarantee in 1 week, you will learn more from us than you would in any textbook. That's pretty ballsy. That's how great we are. All right, so hypertrophy. You want some size? I made sure to get a little pump in before I did this. But this is for everyone. I don't care if you're 100 years old, 15, 30 and overweight, we need muscle. Muscle's super important because as we age, we go through a process called sarcopenia. Sarcomere is the basic unit of muscle. That's this guy over here. Remember for bones, it's osteon. Come over here, Skelly. You got osteon for this guy. Nervous system, you have the neuron. Sarcopenia is the loss of muscle mass due to age. We need to maintain our muscle as long as we can. I don't mean to offend you guys, but life is like this book. We're gonna die. That's the descent. When we're born, you're gonna see that we start increasing our muscle mass when we go through puberty, but then we have a drop off, and we can delay that drop off by resistance training. Now you need to implement exercise regularly and overload it. In the mechanisms for hypertrophy are tension, damage, and stress. We call it the STD principle. And we got this from Dr. Brad Schoenfeld, one of the leading researchers in the world. I believe around 2010, he has one of the most scientific cited journal articles about the mechanisms of hypertrophy, talking about tension, damage, and stress. Now, we might see that change a little bit in the years to come. This is 2020, and what we're finding, Stu Phillips, other top professionals, academics, so they're actually studying this stuff, tension is number one. That's the most important part. Number two, damage. Number three, stress. Maybe stress is caused from the tension. Don't confuse tension with time under tension. That is important, but imagine if I grab a 20-pound dumbbell and I go super, super, super slow. Sure, I may get a burn, and that's that metabolic stress we're talking about. But people will say the time under tension is what we need to focus on. If I can grab a 40 and do it, the tension is a lot higher. You got the big bro in the gym who's 10 times bigger than me, and he's doing his curls super, super slow, and he says, hey, you gotta slow it down, you gotta get that mind-muscle connection, time under tension. He's also shooting up trend in his butt 15 times a week. That's okay though. We're not looking at that individual, we're not putting him on the spot. You're probably gonna listen to him because he's bigger than me. But when it comes to optimizing hypertrophy, tension first. Damage. How much damage are you creating? That's why we should do a push-up over a chest fly. You're also getting your anterior deltoid. You're getting your tricep. You're getting serratus. The more muscles that are engaged, the damage response is going to help optimize hypertrophy. Metabolic stress. Great. Implement it. But have strategy. Have a protocol on why you're doing it. So when I design a program, I'm going to do a bench press first. And then I'm going to do military press, and then Arnold press, and then end off on lateral raises and chest flies. Because the tension, I'm going to optimize multi-joint and heavier weight. The damage is the whole workout, and we can emphasize the damage by slowing down the eccentric on a chest fly. The last set, lower the rest period, rest 30 to 45 seconds, get that burn, that metabolic stress, and let it sit there for a good 30 seconds and repeat. So here's what a chest workout would look like for me. Heavy bench, 5 sets of 5. Resting 3 to 5 minutes. Next, I'm gonna do incline dumbbells into chest flies. Resting maybe 2 minutes. Last but not least, I'm gonna do push-ups on a Bosu ball. Oh my God, I don't know, what did Chris just say? Yes, but I want you to do little partials. And those partials are gonna take away the triceps from working and optimize the stress on the chest. So here are the variables that are really important. Now as a trainer, don't get into all this crazy stuff over here. You got that in the back of your head. This is the realistic conversation you have with a client. So when someone says, Chris, oh my God, your arms look like cannons. You look like a moose. What's going on there? I want to look like you. I can help you, buddy. Talk to me about your current program. What is your volume like? How often are you doing it? and what's the intensity. VFI. That's the conversation I'm having. You know, I crushed my shoulders, man. Oh, you don't understand. My intensity is so high. Okay, take me through a workout. Oh, bro, you don't. I do military press. I do front raises. I do lateral raises. 3 sets of 10 each. The volume's pretty low. The frequency, you're probably doing it 1 day a week, so that's not optimal. And the intensity is just 75%, roughly 75. But are you really going to fatigue, volitional fatigue? Probably not. So what I'd like to see, hit your shoulders more often. Now the larger a muscle is, usually you shouldn't train it as much. Meaning like my glutes, my quads, my chest, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. But the smaller a muscle, deltoids, arms, calves, you could probably hit them 3, 4, 5 times a week. The the frequency can be increased with more type 1 muscle fibers. The volume is what you look at 1 day, 9 sets. If you're just doing 1 day, 9 sets, and you aren't growing, let's do 2 days. That's the frequency. Then I want to look at how hard you really are training. You know how you can train really hard? When you get a trainer. We will take you out of your comfort zone, push you a little bit more. So we have the mechanisms for hypertrophy. Look at the arm when I did that. And then we got the variables for hypertrophy. If you want to learn more, you become a trainer. La Jolla, Los Angeles, Santa Monica, now online. Got to keep on showing up. Favorite belt buckle right there. Woo! Have a great day, y'all.